moving into measure 9. At this point, the song actually changes keys, and you can see that the key signature changes here to, from what it was here in F to B flat. And so what that's going to cause is, like, all of the chords that we were used to, from here up are going to change from here on, because now we're suddenly in a different key. So we have a new 2, a new 5, a new 1. Everything's different. So that's why you get this kind of neat modulation from that C. It's a C major to the C minor. Moving from measure 8, one way that you could do it is if you're on this bunched grip. All that has to happen is this one movement. This goes from major to minor. So this is still called a bunched grip. It just happens to be, we're obeying the laws of the new key, B flat, which E is flat in B flat, right? So now we're moving C minor 7, F, B flat, which is 2, 5, 1. Wow, imagine that. This is our bunched interval. Starts on the 7th. This is 7, 9, minor 3rd, 5th, or if we're talking about note-wise, B flat, D, E flat, G. Moving from that C minor 7 into measure 10, we have an F7. What am I going to do? Bunched airy. So here we go. These two notes, this one down half step, this one down a whole step, and here's an F7. And this is a chord really basically straight out of Walking with Billy. We use those kind of Bishop Street Blues 1 shapes. Here's that same basic shape. We're just adding in a note. Interval-wise, an airy grip always starts on the 3rd, so it's 3, 5, 7, 9. Note-wise, that's A, C, E flat, G. Airy grip moves to bunched grip. There's my B flat, major 7. So here's the grip we're in. Bunched grip starts 7, 9, 3, 5. Or note-wise, A, C, D, F. Bunched, airy, bunched. Now from there, B flat, we're going to E flat. Now, what's going to happen is here we're not going 2, 5, 1, so it's not exactly going to move down according to the laws, where this is half step and a whole step. We're going to have to look at what the chord is that we're forming, but it is going to still have the same basic feel to it. So watch this. This one happens to be moving down a whole step and a whole step. So it's slightly different this time because we're not going 2, 5, 1. But still, practically speaking, this feels identical to me. Bunched, airy. It feels like my hands just love this feel. So here's my E flat. This is the root note, so here's 3, 5, 7, 9. Note-wise, we have G, B flat, D, F. Now, we have a choice there coming up in measure 13. We're going to a C minor 7. C minor and E flat major are totally related chords. They're really only different by the root note. So you could actually just stay right there if you wanted to. Or you could choose to, go back. You could go down to an airy grip here. I like to go back up because of what's coming. So here in measure 13, we're going back to our C minor 7, just like we did in measure 9. We're going to our F7 in measure 14, just like we did in measure 10. But now we're going to move to that E flat. So this is going to go bunched, airy, airy. Okay, it's not our typical airy bunched airy or bunched airy bunched movement, but still we're kind of using these same two grips, a bunched grip or an airy grip, to accomplish all of this movement. And truth is, this feels really good in my hand. I don't feel like I have to think much about this. I'll just spell it out again. We have G, B flat, D, F. And the cool thing is, the next measure, measure 15, is a D minor 7. So I just drop down a whole step. Here's my D. So this is an airy grip built on the 3rd. I've got F, A, or sorry, 3, 5, 7, 9, or F, A, C, E. Now, from here, this is very cool, because I can just directly go into, in measure 16, a bunched grip. This is back to that dark blue chord. This is another one of those movements, since it's not a 2-5-1 movement, we're not doing that half step, whole step movement that we did, but the truth is, it just kind of feels the same thing. That's that same chord, F, A, B flat, D. And then I'm going to C minor 7. So this is not exactly the same thing, but I'm going from a bunch to an airy type grip. So these two move down. If it was purely 2-5-1 type of movement, this would move to here, to a C major. G minor 7, C major 7. But we're in E flat, so that note, the C minor, C is going to become a minor chord. Still feels pretty similar to me. The notes of that chord, this is our C minor 9. Notes of that chord are starting on the 3rd, 3, 5, 7, 9, E flat, G, B flat, D. This is really like our Bishop Street Blues chord, but it's just minor. Also similar to that last second to last chord in dark blue. Next page, measure 18. So we're on the C minor 7. This is going to be a straight up typical airy bunched movement. This one goes down a half step. This one goes down a whole step. There's my F7 bunched. 7, 9, 3, 5. So we've got E flat, G, A, C. Where am I going? Airy. Here's my B major 9. Sorry, B flat major 9. 3, 5, 7, 9. Note-wise, we've got D, F, A, C. Measure 19 is a kind of a split measure. It goes up to a D minor 7. So I could, take that here, or I like to kind of go up. Here's a D minor 7 airy, so I'm just moving airy to airy, just jumping positions. The grip is identical, so that note, or that chord, is going to be airy chord 3, 5, 7, 9, or F, A, C, E. Then in measure 20, we move to that E flat. So it's just going to go, my progression is going to go airy, airy, airy. I'm sorry, airy, airy, airy. That's just a choice. I could have gone, a combination of bunch or bunch, bunch, bunch. Here's my E flat chord. We've done this one before. It's an airy chord, so it's 3, 5, 7, 9, or G, B flat, D, F.